Hey, good morning guys, and welcome to a new episode. It's still dark because it's really early in the morning, and actually today I'm going on a journey east of the Czech Republic. I'm actually going on a 4.5 hour train ride, and if everything goes correct, I will basically end in Bratislava in Slovakia. Now, it's really cold, it's raining, I have my winter jacket on because it's just above freezing temperatures already, because winter is really coming. So now I'm just going to see where the train actually goes from. Last time I also struggled with it, and I'll see you on the train on this very far journey to the east. Of course I just said the far east, but you know, that's a relativity term. I think that for most people Czech Republic is already Eastern Europe, which it isn't. It's actually Central Europe. For some people, when you cross the Czech Republic's border into Slovakia, then we start about Eastern Europe. But for some other people, it's from Ukraine. So it really depends, but let's still call it we're going to the east. Look at all the places you can go to. You can see it a little bit with the light. So that's ours to Bratislava. You can also still think, yeah, you can even go to Budapest if you want. No idea how long the trip will be. Probably really long though. So this journey or train ride should actually take around 4.5 hours. So it's the same kind of length as we were a few months ago when we went to Brno. We also went on exactly the same train actually. So that was 4 hours, I think, 3.5 or 4 hours something. So it's a little bit longer, but yeah, let's do this. They're very comfortable seats though, so I cannot complain, hopefully. Depends who you have next to you, but should be okay. So I have to walk all the way up front because there's like different coach numbers that you need. Alright. Yeah, I have to walk all the way up front. I've got number 5. So I still got plenty of time. So for the next 4.5 hours, this will basically be my seat and my train part. No idea who's gonna sit next to me, but you know, the seats are comfy, so yeah, time to take a nap, I guess. So I've been on the train now for 3.5 hours, so 1 more hour to go before I'm actually finally arriving in Bratislava. And to be honest, when you keep looking outside, you have plenty nice things to look at. Finally here in Bratislava at the train station. So I would say let's head down to the city center, and well, let's see how good or how bad it is. So a lot of people actually think that Slovakia is not a separate country because they still remember the old USSR times, that Slovakia was part together with the Czech Republic as one country, as Czechoslovakia. Now, times has changed, of course. In the late 80s, they split from one another, and definitely after the USSR time, the communist time, they just went in a different direction. So while the Czech Republic is really well known, definitely Prague with tourists, Slovakia and Bratislava aren't. There's also a difference in that the Czech Republic still has the Český koruna, their own currency. Here in Slovakia they use the euro, which is a lot easier if you want to travel around Europe by yourself, because then you don't have to keep changing your money. Now the language is basically the same as Czech. There's a little bit different variation of it, and I know maybe people who are looking or watching this, they might give some strange comments in the comment section, but they can understand each other just fully. There are just words a little bit different, grammar is a little bit different, but still the question is still the same. Why do people actually skip Bratislava and Slovakia? I'm here to find out how beautiful or how bad it actually is, because as soon as I went actually here, when I was in the train, I posted it on Instagram, and some of my Slovak friends said like, oh, I feel sorry for you that you actually go to Bratislava. So that's an indication that they say basically you can skip it, or at least it's best to skip it. I don't believe them. So that's why I'm here, and let's see how beautiful it is. Alright. So we still have to walk around 2 kilometers that way, before we are at the city center. They always say, no matter where you are, that first impressions do count. And yeah, the first impression, now that I'm walking here, it's actually a lot prettier than people made it out to be. I also think that's also because the weather is beautiful and the weather gods are on my side today. So it is cold. Well, cold, it's like 8 degrees, but you know, sun is out. So I have no idea if this is the main road, yes or no. But if it is, you know, they at least put some nice trees next to it. So it make it look a lot better. So far, buildings look pretty nice, to be honest. And yeah, can't complain much. Of course, you know, when you walk to the city center, it always looks nicer. The city centers are always great to look at. And once you go to the outskirts, yeah, definitely things change. But I'm not gonna go there. Probably not today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. We will see. I mean, if it's anything like Prague, you can definitely see it within a day. At least the main touristic attractions. Check out that building. Wow, I love the architecture on this one. It doesn't feel very Central or Eastern European, not at all. Wow, let's hope there are more like this. So I literally just walked out of the street where we were walking in the beginning, and then smack in the middle you have this. This used to be an old palace from the 17th century, but actually now it holds government offices. So basically the government is probably situated here. I don't know if all of them are, or if it's just one government building, but still really impressive, because like I said, it's really totally not in an area that I actually expected it to be, because you just walk out of the street and all of a sudden on your left hand it's like this. It is pretty though. The strange thing is, however, that there are no guards around, nothing. There are gates, sure. There's no security, which I think is kind of odd, but well, maybe it's such a safe country that you don't need to. Ah, that is a pretty building. Also just the location, you know, it's a little bit further down there. That's where the city center is, and you can also see like another big building. I think that's the castle. So yeah, I will first keep going, keep continuing. I'm just gonna go walk a little bit further, see what we can find. Probably need some food too. Sure, I ate enough on the train, but a little bit of extra can't harm, right? And besides, it will take me a while before I can actually check into my hotel, so I have to make do with what I have. All right. I think it's nearly time to wear my sunglasses. So far, when I take a look on the streets, it's actually not that busy. You know, it's a major city, it's the capital of Slovakia, but it's not that crowded. It feels more open. So I have no idea how many people live here. I will just look it up later. But I'm actually really curious, because it just feels more calm than other major cities. Maybe I will not say the same again later on, but for now it definitely is. So I immediately get a feeling that this is like a very old castle town. You know, there's like a lot of these little streets that you see here, and they go all the way up around the city center, I think, which feels like very old, like the medieval times, you know. Nice little pretty houses though. And as you can see, it's not like in Prague when they build up like, you know, at least 8-9 stories high, but it's here it feels a lot less high. Because of that, it feels more calm. Like what I already said, like less crowded. I like that. I like it a lot more. Who is this? Oh, I can at least take a look what it is. It's like an old castle wall. Can I even go further? Yeah. Let's just hope they don't close the gate. No, so we'll have a probably very beautiful place to stay during the night. Probably really cold. Oh, look at this. It's like an old castle wall. What it's old, don't know yet, but it looks old. Aha, and that's one of the streets where I just came from. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it definitely does look nice. Look at this small, very nice looking inner yard, inner garden. There are more people there. So yeah, this is literally the old city wall. And it's kind of cool that it's actually still, the city is within it. They still didn't break it all down. I really like that. I enjoy, look at this. I really enjoy this. I just have to be very careful where I walk. This is completely something I did not expect to see. Well, on the other hand, I had no idea what I was expecting. You know, it's a city, so you're expecting like a large city escape, but it is super nice, super small. And again, so quiet, like you can hardly believe it's actually the big city. You don't hear anything, you don't see anything. Unbelievable.